Oh hey, welcome to another episode of The Dumbest Thing I've Ever Done. I'm Nicole Foti, you're watching Soundly Awake. If you're new here, welcome, and if you've been here, thanks for coming back. Let's just jump right into the dumb shit. I've done a plethora of stupid things. My earliest act of stupidity was when I was 6 years old. I was at my grandparents' house with my siblings and cousin, and we were playing karaoke with those weird Echo microphone toys, and it was my turn to perform. Well, I wanted to be dramatic instead of being smart, so I grabbed this small wooden footstool to stand on as my stage. You can imagine what happened next. I imagined it. I did. The footstool gave out under me and I fell to the floor. Somehow, despite the fact that the floor was covered in plush carpeting, I managed to break my elbow in 2 places, requiring surgery. 2 temporary, I'm laughing, metal rods to hold my bones in place and a huge cast. I still have the scars from where the rods stuck out of my arm. Sadly, my grandparents still have said footstool, despite my many demands and threats to kill it with fire. Not my finest moment. Oh, listen, if you look at a graph of like the stupid things that we do, like do you think it's not a bell curve, is it? It's like, it like goes, it's like, okay, you know the shape I'm thinking of. It's like a U. There's a name for that. Anyway, you know, we're young. We do a lot of stupid shit. Maybe it goes down. Maybe we hit like our smartest point, which is in the bottom. This is the level of dumb shit. It's low. And it goes back up as we get older, and then we're old and we do more dumb shit. I feel, I don't know if that's accurate. I'm not a science. I was eating ramen once and it was really hot. And you know when stuff is hot, you take a spoonful and blow on it before you eat it. Well, my phone went off, so I picked it up to check it and held it in front of my mouth and blew on it. Listen, I've done this with ice cream, and I didn't even have any hot food. I feel like we've discussed this before. I love the involuntary dumb stuff that we do. You know, it's like, it's just second nature, like you bring something to your mouth to blow on it. That just like proves that like so much of what we do is muscle memory. I just saw the word brothel. About 5 years ago, I went out with some coworkers and went to a bar to drink some beers and chat. In the middle of the night, we were already a little drunk. We decided to go to a brothel because here in Brazil, the drinks are usually cheaper and no one had been to such a place. Keep in mind that we were in a group of 6 people, 3 lesbians, a couple of gay friends, and 1 straight. The atmosphere was very cheerful, and quickly, with everyone completely drunk, we became friends with the girls who worked there. The only straight guy locked himself in the bathroom and started screaming my name. This could go several ways after that sentence. At the time, I was having serious problems in the lung. Like you couldn't breathe, or something was happening. Something was going on. There were problems being had. After much insistence, he let me in and had changed clothes with one of the strippers. He was wearing very short shorts, an open shirt, and a knee-high boot. He would cry and beat me and say that he would call my doctor and give me a lung, tell me to shut up and give my cell phone. He calls the doctor, push me to get the cell phone I found on the floor. This is going way to different places. Listen. This story started with me seeing the word brothel. Okay, so we're on the brothel road. We're on the road. We see a sign. Oh, brothel. Interesting. We keep going down the road. I don't know what fork we took. I don't know what exit we are about to get off on, but we went from brothel to lung transplants real quick. Okay, let me attempt. Okay, I'm gonna work. Okay, so back to the straight guy in the bathroom screaming her name, and she was having lung problems. Okay. He changed clothes with the stripper, was wearing very short shorts, an open shirt, knee-high boots. Amazing, okay? Wonderful imagery. Then he started crying and saying he would call her doctor and to give her a lung. Took her phone to call the doctor. We got falling on floors. We got desperately trying to lift her back up and laughing. We got knee aches in this story. More bathroom. They left the bathroom. Okay? And then they all decided to leave at 5 a.m. to call an Uber. He pushes... This is the wildest story I've ever read. So you're calling the Uber. He pushes you back upstairs and then laughs and falls again. You broke 2 ligaments in your right knee and left the brothel, not in an Uber, but in an ambulance, to the hospital, unable to walk, with 5 drunken friends and a stripper. Daniela. Where do we go from here? I truly just really am blown away. I am blown away. I hope that both of your knee and lung are better at this point now. You said it was 5 years ago, so we're going to hope all is well. Oh, and she said, sorry for my Listen. Your English is 1,000 times better than my Portuguese is. So please don't apologize. You communicated your story perfectly well. And trust us, we felt it. One day after softball practice, when I was in high school, I came home from running all practice. I walked through the door and saw a cup of what I thought was water. Oh no. I literally just got the chills. Because I don't know where we're going. Judging from the last story, we could be, she could have been, did you drink a cup of platelets? Was it hydrochloric acid? I don't know where we're going anymore. Mind you, I have super bad sinuses and can barely smell or taste anything on a daily basis. But anyways, I take a big gulp of the liquid inside and it was pure, undiluted bleach! This is the worst episode I have ever done. Before we went on this little break, okay, sure, we had dumb stories. Nothing could have prepared me for today. You're alive? Who needs an esophagus? I need to know how quickly you spit it out. Are your teeth really white? I'm not sure if we all bought tickets for this specific adventure. Speaking of buying tickets, please join my Patreon, patreon.com/soundlyawake, because we have extra clips there and a whole video of the failing up process that brought me to this new setup with this new camera and light and recording device and all of that stuff. So join our Patreon community over there. Again, patreon.com/soundlyawake. Thank you specifically to Shannon Lemon and David Williams III for supporting this channel and this show and this me. And I truly thank you from the bottom of my very scared heart right now. We're trying to get to 50 patrons where I will subject myself to my boyfriend styling me and doing my makeup. And it's going to be wild. Join in my suffering. Patreon.com/soundlyawake. Link in the description box. Let's carry on. I don't have Twitter or anything else, so I'll tell it here. Side note, this is the best place to tell me your dumb stories in the comments of any one of these episodes, because they're there and they will always be there. So I can go in order from episodes, like which dumb story I left off on, and then, cycle through. You know what? It's kind of infinite. I don't think we will ever reach the end unless I just keep making these episodes. Anyway, many years ago, my boyfriend at the time and I spent the night at my sister's. My mom comes over the next day and picks us up to take us back home. I noticed my bra from the previous day didn't make it into the suitcase. I jokingly hung it around my boyfriend's neck and asked him to pack it. We stop at the grocery store and a little old lady grabs the front of my boyfriend's jacket and loudly whispers, "Honey, that ain't no scarf. That's a lady's brassiere." I still laugh when I picture the look on his face. Oh my god, this is where we needed to go after those previous couple stories. Oh goodness, yes. Where's my bra? I wish I had a bra easily pluckable to just wear on my person for the remainder of the episode, but I don't. I have a bra somewhere for when I used to play Keisha. But she's packed in a box, and we're not doing that today. Just imagine oh wait, I can edit it in. That was easy. We have a repeat offender. This is a cigarette ash Coke can boy. And he says, I don't have another story, but I have one of my friend and his family. Okay, we have a proxy story. So it's the dead of winter, cold as hell, like below freezing temperatures, right? My friends are trying to decide what he needs to wear for the weather. He sees the temperature and thinks, wow, that's cold. I need to go outside and feel how cold it is. So he goes outside on his back deck, and the planks are frozen. Solid ice. And he slips and falls. Now my friend is almost 7 or 8 feet tall. So it's quite a distance to the ground. This isn't an oopsie poopsie slip. This is a full-on wipeout, and he somehow ends up shattering his wrist. He gets inside, and his mom, who is a nurse, is skeptical, and his uncle, who is not a nurse at all, doesn't believe him. His uncle says something like, your wrist isn't broken, boy. Takes his arm and starts flailing it back and forth with all the broken bones rattling around. He believed it was broken, and he had one hell of a story to tell when he finally showed back up at school again. On the bright side, he can pull his hand from his wrist slightly and wiggle his forearm bones around. He calls it rocking the boat. Baby. I like the bra story. I miss the bra story. I actually recently, I almost fell on my ass. I was at a cabin, okay, for 2 of my friends' birthdays, Will and Janine. And we were in Big Bear. There was a hot tub. It's winter, so, there's snow and ice on the ground. The deck, because, getting in and out of the hot tub, the water is like dripping off of our bodies. Eventually, at some point during either the first or second night we were there, the deck is just slicked with ice because I think also science, hot water freezes faster than cold water because some of it evaporates. Is that true? Scientists, let me know. My other friend, Susie, definitely slipped and fell. And here's what the gag is. She is constantly trolling me, and because I'm clumsy and making fun of, my dumb moments. What I hate most about this happening is I didn't witness it, and she revels in that thought. She knows that would have been the perfect opportunity for me to troll her back for all the times she's trolled me, and I didn't even get to see it. Okay, all right, so I think we have time for one more. We're going to try one more. I don't even know how many I did. Okay. A few days after I turned 18, I went clubbing for the first time. Australian. We went to the first club to get a stamp so we could get in easier later in the night. When we were leaving, I slipped on the ground last step and landed on my ankle. It hurt and sent a weird feeling up my body. It was only 9:30 p.m. and I wasn't even drunk yet, so I Googled it, thought it was just sprained. Stayed out the rest of the night and woke up to a swollen ankle. Oh my god, I'm hurting. Fast forward 2 weeks, I'd been walking around uni, running up hills with heels on to try to get the bus. I decided to get an x-ray. That bish was broken. It looked broken from the outside as well, but I just kept telling myself it was sprained. Got to wear a moon boot for the next month or so. I actually only wore it when I knew the bus would be busy, so I'd get a seat for being injured. It's still fucked up and swollen to this day 5 years later. YOLO, am I right? SMH so dumb. Oh no. I'm currently having an issue. Like a month ago, this is way less important than an ankle and running in heels, but it reminded me of it. This little knuckle right here, okay? My boyfriend was doing this, like, the popping knuckles this way on my hands. And when he got to this one, like, my hand position was a little weird, and I was like, oh, ow, that one hurt. Why does it still hurt and is sore when I wake up in the morning? That's not a good sign. However, I don't know how much an x-ray costs, and I don't want to pay for it. Oh, the camera just died, so that's good. We do love that. Maybe I should have charged it. So, all right. Well, here's. I'm glad that was the last story. Thank you for watching. I can't believe I'm doing this right now. But, again, patreon.com/soundlyawake. Please help us get to 50 patrons, because I crave torture, I guess. And check out all the other episodes in the playlist. Link is in the description box below or on the screen if you have the little clickable things. I'm Nicole Fody. You're watching Soundly Awake. You're watching it. And I will see you very soon with a new video. Bye.